What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show for you today. We're going to talk some baseball. We're going to talk some NHL. And we're going to talk some college football as well. Hope everybody is doing good. So good to see you. Now, the big dog, TJ. What's up, bro?
What's going on? Sorry,
Chill,
I'm a
man.
little late. Glad to be here.
You're all right. Right on time, my man. Looking good. How you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Everything good?
Yeah, things are good, man. You know, hockey season started today, so I want to make sure I jumped on here. Going to try and be on every Tuesday and Thursday on the 3 o'clock show because that's when the games are mostly played during the week in the NHL. So should be able to help out there. But yeah, excited about hockey starting, and I'm obviously excited about my Blue Jays game tonight. So I won't be watching any hockey.
Let me see that jersey real quick. Lift that up. There we go. Looking good. All right. So let's jump into it here. Break down some hockey, and then I'll let you get back to it. I know you got stuff you got to do, but dude, I appreciate it big time, man. And it's just good to see you, buddy. All right. So let me give out Tony's real quick, and then I'll throw it over to you. Tony couldn't join us today. Be with us tomorrow, but he likes Big Vlad for a walk. Plus 140. TJ, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I like that. I think Vlad's so hot right now with Bo Bichette out, and I haven't seen the lineup tonight, but if Santander's behind him, I would much rather go to him than face Vlad. He's super hot right now, and he is a New York killer. Loves hitting in Yankee Stadium as well.
Yeah. He likes the bright lights, baby.
Yeah,
All right.
he does.
Yeah. All right. Florida Panthers now. Okay. Break this pick down. Then I got a couple hockey questions for you real quick. Go ahead. Let it rip.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so tonight we're taking the most obvious play in the NHL. Sorry about that. We're taking Florida Panthers -1.5 and -105. I think everybody's on this, but the reason why I'm on it and I'm sticking to it is I would take them at -2.5 if it was around the -130 number or something where I thought it would be in that range right now. Getting Florida to win by 2 at -105 against the Blackhawks right now, who last year were bottom 3 in the NHL going up against the Stanley Cup champs. I know everybody says there's always a Stanley Cup hangover, but I do not see it with Florida this year, being that it was their second time. They got all that immature partying out the first year they did it. So I think they come out hot today, and I have a score of 4-1. So I like them -1.5.
Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. All right, real quick. First, Lindsay, what up, DTL crew? Finally able to catch a live show. Got the day off work for my birthday. Happy birthday. I didn't ask for it off, but they gave it to me, so I'll take it. Absolutely take that. And that shows, you know what? Sounds like they like you around there. And we like you around here too. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday indeed. All right. Now, got another play from TJ, but 1 second here. Now, TJ, for folks like myself, anybody else that might not be the biggest hockey fans in the world, okay? I'm going to ask you 2 simple questions, and then we'll get on with it. And we'll continue to add on to our knowledge. But first question is this. Who are the 3 best teams in the league? Just roughly. It doesn't have to be exactly. You don't have to put it in order. You know what I mean? Like, you're speaking to people who don't know a whole lot. And I'm putting myself at the front of that list. So as simple as the question sounds, it is. You know what I mean? So who are the 3 like that we should be watching out for?
Yeah, I'm going to not put my Leafs in there. Don't worry. I'm not going to be that homer guy. But the top 3 for me in the NHL this year are 2 of them are playing tonight. You got Colorado and you have the defending champs Panthers. And then I really like Tampa Bay this year. I'm not sure if they're going to, like last year, they're a team that over the last 10 years has won 3 to 4 Stanley Cups. I think it's been a while since they've been there. They got all these players that know how to get there. And I think this year's the year where they really push. They have guys like Gensel and some youth coming up to really help them. Hagel, guys like that. But I think that their leaders there, like Hedman, are really ready to get back to the team they used to be a couple years ago. So I really like Tampa as well.
Okay, nice, man. All right, second question here and last one. All right, so same deal we just talked about, like with the teams, right? Now, like similar to home runs, okay? Who are 3 of the best goal scorers that we need to know? Like if we were going to go and say we're going to bet 3 dudes that have a shot every game, you know, theoretically, I'm not saying we're really going to do that, but 3 dudes, best goal scorers in the league, who do we need to know about?
Yeah, there's 2 on one team right now. So you have McDavid and Draisaitl. Obviously,
the
Draisaitl's
Oilers?
really the Oilers. Sorry, obviously Draisaitl's the goal scorer there, and McDavid's more of the facilitator. But this year, he set a goal for himself to score 60 goals, and when McDavid sets a goal, he hits it. So I'm going to be betting him goal scorers all year. And then you got a guy like Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche playing tonight. He's just super fast, one of the fastest guys on the ice. His speed gets him lots of goals. Just crashing the net. He's more of a power forward, takes it right to the net and likes to bury it. And then I'm going to go with my guy, Austin Matthews. He came off a sore back last year, but they're saying that he is 100% this year. And he scored 70 before. So if you've done that once, I mean, it's pretty nice. Hopefully you get somewhere close to that again this year.
There we go, man. I appreciate that. That's good info for sure. Z-Money said, what's good, crew? Happy to be here. Been a minute for the Driving the Nightline shows. I know. Z-Money, what's up, man? So good to see you. Randall, look. Mims agrees with you. Austin Matthews is the man, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. Jason, I zone out with hockey talk and soccer talk. I feel you. All right. TJ, you got one more? Let it rip. What we got here?
Yeah, so this one's for fun for tonight. Don't go too crazy on it. Maybe a half unit, if that. Shots parlay. You can get it at plus 365 on any other book, but I took it with a boost. DraftKings right now has a 50% boost, so you can get it up to 548. These three players are top 20s in shots on goal last year, so I'm putting them in a parlay. So Nathan McKinnon of Colorado, 4+ shots. He was first last year with 320 shots in the NHL. Cale Makar, 3+ shots. He was in the top 20 and second for defenseman. He's also on Colorado. And then Kevin Fiala of the LA Kings, who they are playing tonight. So this is a same game parlay. 3+ shots. He was just below Makar, also in the top 20 in shots last year with 244.
Beautiful work, my man. All right, final question, and I'll let you get out of here. All right.
Okay.
How my Nashville Predators going to do this year?
Ooh, you don't want to hear about
it. TJ, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah. Well, you're not here. I'll just tell you quick. Your Nashville Predators have built a hockey team that can shoot the puck, but they can't carry it. So
makes sense.
It really hurt them last year. They were a great team the year before that. And they're like, oh, we're going to go out and spend some money. They spent money in all the wrong places. They went out and got a bunch of guys who cannot carry the puck up the ice, and they have a hard time because of it.
See, where else you going to get info like that? Right off the cuff. He didn't know these questions were coming. I love it. All right, man. I'll let you bounce out of here. Yeah. Any final thoughts? You good?
Go Blue Jays.
Hey, man. I love it, man. And go ahead.
The Yankees.
Dude, I appreciate you, man, and look forward to this, man, all season long. So thank you for real, man. I know you're busy guys, so for real. Thank you, man.
Cheers, Kurt.
See you, bro. All right. TJ is the dude. Appreciate him big time on that one. Okay. So what do we got here? All right. We got baseball. All right. Got baseball. We got 2 games. First one starting here in about an hour. So let's jump into it. All right. I don't have any additional picks. I do have a parlay, though. Does anyone want to get down on this? 2 games tonight, alternate totals in both. Do you think we can get over 8.5 in both games? If so, plus 365. What do you think? Jason, at least I don't have to watch another Cubs loss tonight. Jason, I love you, buddy. No, I feel you. Like, you were good earlier. Like, oh, bro, it's good to see you, man. And, yeah, tough one there, man. The Brewers are on fire. All right, so, yeah, what do you think? Okay. Now, because I say that to say this. Jeff said, I'm scared of it, AB. Yeah, I mean, it's over 8.5 in both games in the playoffs, right? Like, it's trouble. Well, it's risky. There's a reason why it's plus 365. However, while we decide, okay, because the DTL crew deserves the best in everything in life. Scott says, AB, don't like it at all. Seattle pitcher can shut down Detroit bats in any game. Yeah, I mean, the risk is there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But now, like I said, because the DTL crew deserves the best, Well, we're back in the game. Here we go. Look familiar? Mariners and the Tigers here. 62 degrees. Feels like 55. 44% chance of rain, but I think it's going to be drizzle, light rain. Now, take a look at the wind. 10.7 miles per hour blowing out. And specifically blowing out to right field. So left-handed pull hitters could be a great spot. Again, the rain percentage is there. Big David, what's up, AB? Man, what's up, big bro? Z-Money, real rain? Yeah, unfortunately, it is real rain. Scott, good afternoon, AB. Good afternoon, Scott. My man, good to see you, buddy. Big Joe said, I worry about the first game. Neither team scores much. Yeah. Peggy said, over, AB. Peggy. So good to see you. I'm with it. Let's go. Big David, hit the like. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. If you guys could, hit the like button. And I'll tell you this. Not only do we get that back, all right, if you hit the like button, that'd be huge. I won't ask you for anything else. All right. Just grab, if you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. Now, look below. Hold on. My screen's mirrored. So look at that. Newsletter's back. Sign up. Free, ready to go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So Scott said today is going to be a good day. Yes, sir, it is. Big David has posted some NHL picks in the Discord. David, thank you, sir. DeAndre Flaherty, 7 strikeouts. Logan, 7 strikeouts. Mariners money line plus 900. Let's go. I'll ride that with you. I'll put that in right after the show. I'm right there with you. Let's get after it. All right. So that's the weather here in Detroit. Now, here's a new slide. We'll start adding this throughout the playoffs. All right, so here's how each team is fared in series this season. All right, not against each other, just series. Okay? So, for example, look at the Mariners on the left. Overall, 30 and 23. So, in game ones of series this year, they were 30 and 23. 16 and 15 after a win, 14 and 18 after a loss, right? You get the idea. So, we are in game 3, and Seattle coming off of a win. So, this year, Seattle in game 3s, they were 18 and 8 after a win. Detroit, game 3s. All right. 16 and 13 after a loss. Does this mean everything in the world? No. But it's an extra stat, something to look at. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Seattle's been pretty damn dangerous in game 3s coming off of a win. All right, let's take a look at hitters versus pitchers in regards to the historicals. Jason, AB, who you like to go yard today? Got you, big dog. I took Riley Green, but I'll show you. I've got the list here. We'll pull it up. All right, so take a look at hitter versus pitcher historicals. God, feels good to see this. Our screen back again. Suarez, he's got 3 home runs. Randy Arozarena's got 2 home runs. Springer's got 2 home runs. Judge has a home run. Julio Rodriguez has a home run. All right. Keep going down the list. Stanton has 1. Vladimir Guerrero off Rodon has 1. So those are your home run dudes there. Now, look at it hits. So, again, you can see, man. Vladdy might do some damage today. There's a chance that both of these games go off. If that rain holds off and we get some runs early in that Mariners-Tigers game, man, we could go. So, solid averages there. All right, next game here. Blue Jays, Yankees. 72 degrees, feels like 69. No rain in New York. 10.5 miles an hour blowing out to left field. Right-handed pull hitters. Aaron Judge. This is your spot right here. Yeah. So we have excellent weather here. I mean, you know, we got to see about the rain. Brian, been raining most of the day in the Detroit area. Thank you, sir. Jared, light rain here, Detroit. AB, temps are going to continue to cool off quickly here. Yeah, you're right. If we can get that rain to stop, or at least just lighten, right? light drizzle, we should be all right. So that's in the first game, Mariners at the Tigers. This one, no rain at all. 10.5 miles an hour blowing out. Again, same deal. Looking at series here. Game 3, Toronto coming off of a win. They're 17-12 in game 3s this year, coming off of said win. Yankees in game 3s coming off a loss, 16-8. So pretty damn good. AB, anyone want to make a bet with me that the Nick Wright Chiefs don't make the playoffs? Now you might be right on that one. Scott, Costco hot dog and drink is fire. Absolutely is fire. Yes. Shopping Costco, so much good stuff. Oh, yeah. Dude, Costco's fantastic. All right, so both these teams are solid in their respective places in said series. Again, you take a look here. Aaron Judge, he's got a home run. Springer's got one. Stanton and Vlad. So your big names there. Hits. You got Vladimir. You got Springer hitting 192. Paul Goldschmidt hitting 500. 6 at bats against Shane Bieber. Alejandro Kirk hitting 273. Ernie Clement, Big Ern, 231. Giancarlo Stanton hit 200. There you go. M's Tigers got delayed. Yep. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. That rain, it should be tapering off. But it makes sense. They've got time. Did they announce a time? Or did they just say it's in a postponement? Z-Money, anyone have a Nerfy opinion for either game? No run first inning or yes run first inning? I do not, sir. But if anybody in the chat does, that'd be huge. All right, home runs. My man, what you were asked for. Aaron Judge plus 200, Raleigh 225, Riley Green plus 400, Springer plus 450, and plus 615 for Randy Arozarena. So I took Riley Green. Hawk, thank you, man. No, for real, that huge, dude. You had that before anybody. I appreciate it, and keep us updated. You know, if we're still live, if you see anything. But thank you, man. Haven't seen you in time, just delayed at this point. All right, that makes sense. Beautiful, man. All right. Well, not beautiful, but you know what I mean. All right. Yeah, I'm going Riley Green. Randy Arozarena is a great choice. I mean, all these dudes. Brian, it could rain another 2-3 hours in Detroit. Yeah. Jason, I'm gonna ride Uncle. There you go. I like it. Japan going Suarez plus 500. Naylor hitting 5th. The kid has been born. Let's go, baby. Yep. He's in. Tizzle, Jerry Jones fined $250,000 for giving Jets fans the bird. Gave that double butt, but gave that Bud Adams. Randall, Sam's, you can get 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, and a whole meat lover's pizza for $16. Dude, you want to go to Sam's? I'll swing by the lumber shop, which, by the way, home run picks. You can see the logos brought to you by Mims Lumber. Go check them out. I hear ownership is mighty kind. Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm going Riley Green. Scott, got to run. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Have a good rest of your day. All right, yeah, I'm going Riley Green. So I wanted to bring the baseball up because it's nice to have it back for sure. So, yeah. All right. Scott, checkout time. Closing time. Okay. All right. Let's jump into college football. All right. So here are the picks, and we're going to go through the matchups this week, but we always like to start with the picks. So here's what we got, and feel free. Tell me what you like, don't like. We can construct, deconstruct, reconstruct, right? All right, Florida State money line, Georgia money line. We'll talk about the games here in just a minute, but I think that Florida State, good spot for a bounce back. Georgia, tough game against Auburn. Oldest rivalry in the SEC, oldest rivalry in the South. Auburn, you know how I feel about Auburn. It's a good football team. But I think that just Georgia's in a spot. Yeah, Aubie, take Georgia -3 firm. Yeah, from an Auburn fan. Yeah, I like Auburn. He says we suck. I like Auburn, but I think this is a tough game. And it's a tough game because it's a rivalry game, and you're going to get the full attention. You know what I mean? Like, Georgia's in a spot where you can catch them off guard looking ahead. Not that they would ever look ahead on Auburn. I'm not saying that. But I think this is just a tough spot. But we'll talk more about that game here in just a second. So I'm going to take Florida State money line, Georgia money line, put those two together, +100. I'm going to take Texas A&M money line and UNLV money line +100. Texas A&M thinking a good spot against Florida. Florida coming off a big win. Tennessee money line and Liberty money line at +120. Like Liberty in this spot. Tennessee going up against Arkansas. Tennessee's at home. Arkansas fired their coach 2 weeks ago, Sam Pittman, or a week and a half ago. They've got Bobby Petrino. He might fall off of a motorcycle. I don't know what he's going to do. It's usually hilarious and gets him fired. Tennessee lost to Arkansas last year. Remember that. And that was a big-ass deal internally. Let me just tell you. Because everybody played terrible. It could have ruined the chance at a playoff. It was bad. And now they play Arkansas at home. And Josh Heupel is lethal at home. But I'm going to take Tennessee on the money line because I do think that there's a chance that this is like any Tennessee game. There's a total of 68.5 for a reason. And it probably hovers around there, right? Because Tennessee's third down defense is frighteningly bad. But I can see Heupel going into defensive mode here. Get up, get a lead, run the football, get the hell out of there. Right? Like the games where you think like Josh Heupel is going to like unleash the offense and have a bunch of, I'm paying you back. He doesn't do it. He'll lean on his defense. So again, I'm not saying that there won't be a bunch of points. Again, there's a total of almost 70 for a reason. But I'm not messing with 12.5 and a spread. I'm not messing. And I love overs. There's nobody on planet Earth that loves overs more than me, but not messing with it. So I'm going to pair Tennessee and Liberty up. LSU money line and Iowa State money line here. Iowa State, come on, baby. Let's get it back. Same thing with LSU. I think LSU is going to be in an all right spot going up against South Carolina here. Yeah, Tizzle. South Carolina might have one of the most brutal stretches of recent memory coming up at LSU, home versus Oklahoma, home versus Alabama, at Ole Miss, at Texas A&M. That is insane. That is brutal. Yeah. And I like LSU in a bounce back spot here. And I think LSU's defense can give South Carolina serious problems. And Iowa State, let's go, baby. Nothing negative. You got it. All right. Hit a little stumble. It's okay. Alabama, Missouri, over 51.5. If you ask me, the only way to victory for both of these teams is scoring a bunch of points. What do you guys see here? Like, I don't see a vaunted Missouri defense coming out. Like, I think Alabama will score, and I'm not saying at will, but like, I think Alabama will put up points. But I think Missouri will put up points too. I don't trust Alabama's defense. I'm going to take the over 51.5 here. Tizzle, Bama, Missouri has game of the week potential. Absolutely agree. Like this thing could get wild as hell, man. And then Ohio State, Illinois. I'm going to take the total. It's at 49.5. I'm going to move it up to 50.5 and take the under. I just want that 50. You know what I mean? Ohio State on the road. Illinois, good football team. Good offensive line. Good defense. Ohio State, great defense. Good offense. I have nothing negative. I have nothing negative to say about Ohio State. I have nothing negative to say about Illinois. But I think this could be a Big Ten game right here. This could be an old school Big Ten game. Because this is one of those games where both teams are pretty damn good. And you start making a bunch of mistakes, they'll run your ass out of the building. So, how does the coach deal with that? You go conservative in the first half. You take your shots, but you don't do anything stupid. You run the football. Not afraid to punt. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there won't be points, but give me the under. Like, I'm going to take my shot. If you line this game up 10 times, simulated it right, I feel pretty good with that under. 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, I feel decent with that one. So we're going to take the under 50. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 50 and a half. That was terrible. I didn't mean to cough in the microphone. Z-Money. I'll tell you what I don't like. Indiana traveling to Eugene, Oregon. I'll pay to find out. Ducks -7. Yeah. Look, I almost took the over in this game. In fact, we're going to talk about this game in a second. I literally had the over written on the recap sheet, and I took it off. I don't know what to do in this game because Indiana is for real, and so is Oregon. I can't wait for this game, man. We're going to talk about it. Scott, AB, I would look at taking Oklahoma now because if Materas announces playing, that spread will turn to Oklahoma favorite. Yeah, against Texas. Yeah, that's definitely something to monitor there. And that's why I don't think we have anything on that game yet because you're right. We do need to know about John Mateer, the Oklahoma quarterback. Auburn and Tennessee be getting owned by Georgia. Yep. It's true. I mean, look, we bet against Tennessee with Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we were coming from the same place. 100%, man. It's Georgia. It's Georgia, man. And Kirby Smart. As long as he's on that sideline, they're going to be pretty damn good. Yeah. Z-Money. 3:30 local game, so a 12:30 p.m. body clock isn't anything crazy for the Hoosiers, but still tough crowd. Oh yeah, that place is gonna be electric. Jeff, Texas is failing the eye test. Oh God, yeah. Florida had their way with them. They got problems, and it's well. All right, let's jump into it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I agree. Texas got serious problems, man. Picks. I feel like there's going to be at least one shocker result today. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like baseball, football, like MLB, college football, NFL, like we're all in crazy risk area. Yeah, that's a good point. I agree with you completely. Scott, the Indiana game total is 55.5. I look at it going over. Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. Now, I don't disagree with it. But I did pause. So I wanted to say that I felt so good about it. I wrote it down. And 5 minutes before the show, I took it off. So I'm telling you that to say that's how close that I was. And we've got time. Anybody watching this afterward, we're recording this on Tuesday, right? So, all right, let's jump into it. Let's talk about these games. So we'll get back to the picks after we run through it. All right, so Friday night. Number 24, South Florida on the road at North Texas. South Florida, 1.5-point favorite on the road, a total of 68.5. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you I'm the biggest South Florida or North Texas aficionado. But I will tell you this. The head coach of South Florida is a guy named Alex Golesh. All right, Alex Golesh used to be the offensive coordinator at Tennessee under Josh Heupel. Alex Golesh is a hell of a football coach. And he's got a lot of love for South Florida. But I got a feeling that this is kind of for real in regards to this team. Now, I'm not saying they're going to dominate the playoff. I understand what I'm saying. They're going to be a good football team, and I think Alex Golesh is going to be a guy that's getting hired to a big boy job after this year, and I think that he knows it. And, buddy, these are the type of games right here can be the difference between living in a $6 million house and living in a $500,000 house. Both nice. Don't get me wrong. But you know what I mean? Now, he's not playing in the game. He's coaching. That said, though, and boys get up for him. That culture is real. So 68.5. That's a lot of points. But that's how they get down. Dizzle, Oregon isn't afraid of anything after that Penn State game. Hell no. Hey, they weren't afraid of anything going into that Penn State game. Definitely ain't afraid of anything coming out of it. Indiana, Oregon's going to be a war. I cannot wait to watch that game because Indiana's for real. They're physical. They play defense. Like, dude, that game's going to be fun, man. All right, so that is that. And remember, that game is on Friday night. All right, so let's jump into it. On Saturday, Ohio State, Illinois. Early game. We're on the under of 50.5. Okay. Again, I just think that this is going to be a Big Ten kind of game. And it's nothing negative against the offenses. They just both have good defenses. And I think that, looking at first quarter, first half, unders could be a look. I don't know the numbers, so, gauge accordingly. But early game, if this were a night game in the shoe, maybe it'd be different. And I'm not saying anything negative on Illini fans. I'm just saying it's an early game. Feels like a Big Ten one to me. Alabama, Missouri. So we're on the over of this game. 51.5. Alabama, 2.5 point favorite. Missouri is legit. I mean, here, have at it. They're 5-0, 1-0 in the conference, ranked 14th in the country. Alabama, coming off that win over Vanderbilt, ranked 8th in the country, 2-0 in the conference. So Bama getting 2.5 here on the road, or taking 2.5 on the road. I don't know what to do in the spread or even who wins this game. I mean, write in the chat, either Alabama or Missouri. I would love to see what you think. I truly don't know. I don't know which, Alabama team we're going to get. They're playing great football right now. But I'll say this as well. Going to Missouri is a weird location. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's not an easy place to play. Crowd's loud, into it. Like, it's just different. My concern is, does Alabama? Are we waiting for the shoe to fall on Alabama? Like, are they for real? Because they're playing excellent. I mean, they're 8th ranked in the country. And they're playing good football, beating good football teams. It's a big test. We're going to find out more. So I like the over. Again, I think that, yeah, you could see some conservative play, but I think that Missouri and Drinkwitz, he's a mad scientist type. He doesn't give a damn about you can't win the game in the first half, but you can't lose. He ain't concerned about that. He wants to put 37 points on your ass in the first quarter, right? Now, can he do that or not is the question. But I don't think that we're going to get that same mentality of what we discussed in Ohio State, Illinois. Kind of that 12-round fight. Missouri is going to be taking, throwing haymakers in the first round, trying to cause chaos, because that's how Missouri gets down. And then they just flood you with points. So I'm going to roll with the over here, 51.5. Again, we're recording this on Tuesday, so we have time for more, but I'm going to play the over on that one. Scott says, I'll give you a hint on a game. Delaware State game to go over. Take a look at their scores. All right. Who they got? Who's Delaware State got? Z-Money could be a look-at game for Bama. Missouri doesn't draw your attention like the next game versus Tennessee does. Yep. Absolutely. And Heupel been winning against Alabama. Yeah. That's a good point, Z. Kirk, Bama money will come in on Friday. Good call there, too. There's also value in doing this show on a Tuesday that we have time to set that up and watch and see how the market acts and reacts. Kirk, great call. Great call. Keep an eye on that one. All right. Pittsburgh, Florida State. So Florida State, a 10.5-point favorite at home. Total of 57.5. Scott, Delaware State versus Southern Connecticut. Boom. Thank you, sir. Florida State reeling a little bit. Started hot. Now they're 3-2. 0-2 in the ACC. 0-2 in the ACC. Mike Norvell, his back is against the wall right now because this is the fork in the road for everything. He knows it. If this thing goes south, it's done. Might not even finish the year if it goes bad. But if it goes well, and Pittsburgh's a team that you could beat up on. What I'm getting at is that I don't like playing a 10.5-point favorite. I would much rather play 9.5 or even 10. All right, I would move that down. But I think Florida State could open it up. Because when everything is good for Florida State, it's when they're scoring 70 points. You know, I'm not saying they're going to do that, but that is the easiest, quote unquote, and quickest path to everything being okay again. And human nature has said for millennia that is the path said people will take. And it's the right path. I agree. You just score every drive. Go screw yourself. I'm scoring every drive. I don't care about your feelings. I think that's how Florida State. So I don't know what the number is on a team total. I don't have that yet. But if you're looking for potential blowout, this could be it. This could get bad. And Florida State needs it. They need that. They want that. Washington State at Ole Miss. What a weird game. In Oxford. Beautiful Vaught Hemingway Stadium there in the Grove. Ole Miss, 4th in the country. Lane Kiffin doing his thing. Ole Miss is a 32.5-point favorite and a total of 58.5. I am not touching this game. I don't want anything to do with this game. If you do, let me know, right? Like I'll follow you, but I don't. There's nothing that I'm hunting for here. You know, Ole Miss coming off a huge win. Usually in those spots, it can be a letdown week. Now, I'm not saying Ole Miss like let down, lose the game. I'm also not denigrating Washington State. That's a long travel. Freddie Bear said, I'm touching it, AB. But Ole Miss could get up in this game and not care. You know what I'm saying? Last week was the pelt on the wall game against LSU. This one, let's just get the win and get the hell out of here. Nobody get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Freddie, you're funny, dude. You make me laugh. Scott, here's Delaware State point totals in games. 52, 69, 50, 59, 66, 87. Jesus. Who did they put 87 on? They were pissed off at somebody. Wanted to make a statement. All right, Indiana and Oregon. All right, dude, this game. Indiana 7th in the country, Oregon 3rd in the country. Both teams 5-0. Both teams 2-0 in the Big Ten. Oregon, a 7.5-point favorite, total of 55.5. Okay, again, Jeff, I am not a Buckeye fan, but they look damn good. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They got talent everywhere. And a talent that's working together and a good coaching staff, great coaching staff. Yeah, Ohio State will be a problem. Indiana, Oregon. Okay, number one, Oregon, a 7.5-point favorite. The books did that on purpose. Okay, key number is 7. Think how scoring is done in football, 3s and 7s. All right. So the books, and I would have done this too if I were the books. I'm saying, oh, you want to bet Oregon? You have to eat that hook. Now, the danger of the hook is that if you need 7 points, okay, it's touchdown, extra point. You need 7.5. Now you're talking about touchdown, extra point, and a field goal, or touchdown, extra point, and another touchdown. And that touchdown and a field goal, just be careful. If I were betting Oregon, which I'm not saying that I am, I would try to get that to Oregon 6.5. 7 I can work with as well, but I'm not doing 7.5. There's way too much risk in that. I don't even know if Oregon wins the game. Indiana is absolutely smoking fools. Man, Oregon is good. And Dan Lanning can coach his tailgate off. Like I said, I wrote down the over 55.5 and took it off 5 minutes before coming on air because I want more time. Drop in the chat. Either just write Oregon or Indiana. Who do you think is just going to win? Don't worry about the spread. Because I don't know what to do. I love Oregon in terms of, the way that they go about. But God, I love Indiana too. Kirk, Oregon money will come in on Friday. Good call there, sir. Tizzle, the best look is over 12.5 first quarter. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Z-Money can't call the over, can't call it. I agree. I mean, it is market efficient. I'll be honest. The books are going to take in a bunch of money on this game, and I don't know if they want it. The books are telling you the same thing that we are. This is what we got. Because this game can go, Indiana could absolutely go in and blow out Oregon. Oregon could absolutely blow out Indiana. Now, the more likely scenarios are a tight, close win on either side. But that 7.5 feels like a big number. Illini, Ohio State. I don't think Illinois can hold them to 40. I went over 50.5. Go Illini. There you go. Yeah. That's the danger. You're right. And he's talking about the Ohio State Illinois game, obviously, and same thing with this Indiana Oregon, man. I don't know what to do. TJ, both of these coaches have a ton of moxie. I know, both of these teams have everything going for them right now. Both of them. Crystal, what up, AB? What up? Crystal, how we doing? You doing all right? Good to see you. Freddie Bear, what about the over? Right? That's I don't want to mess anything with the spread, but I'll say, let me shoot it straight. Oregon, I love you, but if that number for Indiana keeps going up, I say all this, and one of the teams completely doesn't show up at all, right? But there's a line of how much I love Oregon, because Indiana could score. And Indiana, the problem with Indiana is the same. These two teams are identical in the fact that they can overwhelm you. like waves in the ocean and you misjudged how strong the currents are today, right? Like it could get out of hand before you realize the hell is going on. Both of them against anyone. Oh my goodness, man. So, yeah, I mean, we got time on it, but yeah, I mean, if I had to pick, what we call the big four, right? Spread one way or the other, total one way or the other. I mean, I would be going to the over, but man, we'll see. We'll see. Justice said, AB the GOAT. Where else can you click? One stop. All sports analysts. Thank you, good sir, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate those kind words. Now, Oklahoma and Texas. Dude, another one. Red River rivalry, man. Texas, 1.5 point favorite, a total of 42.5. So, okay. In the chat, we're talking. Say this is all about if Mateer is playing or not. All about it. Justin, it's going to be a straight dogfight. Yep. And let me say, there are rivalries in all conferences. Texas and Oklahoma hate each other. Hate each other. This is one of the big ones. But here's the thing. Right now, Texas feels like they are waiting for somebody to pull the switch on death row. If Mateer plays, Oklahoma's locker room will go ape-ish. And let me tell you, if Mateer is breathing on Saturday, he's playing. Because I'll say this. I don't give a damn in college football who thinks that they're in charge. The starting quarterback of a college football team is truly in charge and will do what he wants. And if he wants to play, well, by God, nobody's going to stop him. And I got a feeling that he's got that dog in him. Not that Arch Manning doesn't, but I don't know if Arch Manning does, but I know that Mateer does. That dude has got Baker Mayfield DNA. In Texas, I got bad news, buddy. Oklahoma won't stop. Texas is going to have to own time of possession because Oklahoma is like holding a firework. Little too late. Go ahead and put me on Oklahoma plus 1.5 right now. I'm adding it. I don't care if Mateer's not playing. But I got a feeling he's playing. Right now, go ahead and give me Oklahoma plus 1.5. You're going to give me points? Neutral site? Cotton Bowl? Shout out Tarrant County. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm adding it. I'll add it on the recap afterward. Oklahoma plus 1.5. I think Mateer's playing. I think Mateer's playing. I think you have to cut his arm off not to play this game. Texas? Son, if Mateer's breathing on Saturday, he playing. I don't know what he's going to do in practice this week, but if he's breathing on Saturday, I can 1,000,000% assure you it's going to take God to stop him from putting his uniform on because there ain't nobody in that locker room strong enough to do it. Brent Venables ain't doing it. He knows. He'll be the first one behind it. So, yeah, go ahead and give me Oklahoma plus 1.5. That's gonna be a good game, man. That's going to be a game. Z-Money said, been burned too many times by the Longhorns and boys on the fade list. I just can't trust them, right? Like, I think any Texas fan would tell you the same. Like, we're not giving any disrespect to Texas, still Texas. But, dude, it ain't looking good. And it ain't The problems aren't all on Arch Manning either. This whole thing is in a good spot right now. And Oklahoma, dude, if Superman walks in that door Saturday, you're talking about two teams with completely different emotional sets right now. Oklahoma's 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And Texas feels like, man, just go ahead and do it. End it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see if Texas has a fight, and they will. It's Texas. They're going to be up for this game. They're going to be up. But Mateer walks in that door Saturday. Buckle up, man. Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, 13th in the country. Georgia Tech, 14.5. You notice the books doing this? Do you see this? 14.5, 7.5, 10.5. They're doing this on purpose. If you're going to bet Georgia Tech, they're going to make you pay a tax. And we talk about it all the time. They can tax you in two ways. They can tax you in juice, or they can tax you with a hook. Hook's a little more dangerous, right? Because that juice stares at you. Hook might slip by you a little bit sometimes. Happens to the best of us. Georgia Tech's probably going to whoop Virginia Tech's ass. Problem is this. 14.5. Like 55.5. I don't know about all that. TJ, AB, do you think that the mass in Texas has Arch declared for the NFL draft instead of playing another year like his grandpa said he would? Yeah, they might want his ass out of there. Who's next up? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be weird. I don't know what happens. It's a Manning. I don't know. I mean, you ask a great question. It is a weird spot, man. Weird spot. Yeah, Georgia Tech's going to put it on Virginia Tech. The question is going to be how much do they care in the fourth quarter? Like, I'm with Georgia Tech is phenomenal football team. We're not questioning that. We're questioning why and how much would they care. Not saying they won't, but you know, with potential blowout game, we would say this for any team that the risk is there. But Freddie Bear, I'm with you. I'm riding Georgia Tech. We're you know, we've already figured that out. Now we're just negotiating a number, and I'm not paying 14.5. You know, I'd go to 14. I'm not going 14.5. Not eating that hook on 2 touchdowns. Not needing 3 scores because too much can happen. You know, so could even be a game where you maybe look at Georgia Tech like an alternate spread or something. NC State at Notre Dame. Notre Dame playing a lot better. NC State 4-2, not a bad football team. This game feels like an under to me, but I don't have a good read. Notre Dame 21.5 point favorite. Okay, again, do you see this? 7, 14, 21. Like, the books do this on purpose. And again, I'm not saying it nefariously. I would do the same thing. It's smart business. They can tax you in 2 different ways, and they're choosing to tax you with the hook this week. So be careful. And it's not a conspiracy theory, all right? 59.5 seems high. Now, Notre Dame can do it. I mean, they can put up 40-something themselves, and NC State can score as well. But I feel like this is a tighter game. And simply because I think that Notre Dame is going to want to run the football as much as possible. And I think that NC State is going to do that too. Right? Like, if I were NC State coming to this game, the first thing, if I were the head coach, the first thing that I would be screaming at practice all week is that we need to own the time of possession, because Notre Dame, an offensive juggernaut right now, we don't really want to let them score 48 points. All right? Maybe we can own the clock, keep the ball. Our best defense is our offense. We finish at the field goal or touchdown. You know, Every time that NC State scores a touchdown and kills 7 minutes, that's a win. You know, because Notre Dame, you don't want to get in a shootout if you're NC State. You want to muddy this up. How long can you hang on, right? But I don't have a play on it, but the under 59.5, it's screaming to me. But again, my radar might be off here. Let me know what you think. Either way, spread or total. But I'm telling you, these, when you see 3.5, 7.5, 10.5, 14.5, 17.5, 21, like, pay attention to those. All right. Those are traps that will get you if you're not careful. Iowa State, Colorado. So we got Iowa State in the money line parlay. Iowa State 2.5-point favorite, total of 52.5. No Dion at his operation. Look, I have a feeling that Colorado could mail this one in. And Iowa State needs to get a win. Now, they're 5-1. I'm not saying anything, you know, like everything's falling apart. I'm not saying that. But they can play better. And yeah, Kirk, can't trust either team. It's tough. But I will say that I think that Iowa State, and again, you know, judge these attributes, weight them accordingly. If I had to pick a team that would likely be more motivated, it would be Iowa State, right? Yeah, again, whatever the hell that's worth, I don't know, but taking Iowa State in the money line. I am not taking a spread. I mean, money line is enough action from me. Big Pat, afternoon, AB. Afternoon, Pat. Good to see you, buddy. Hit the like button. Yeah, that'd be huge, man. If you're watching on your phone, just grab a screen, pull it down, hit like, pop back up. All right, let me get the picks up here real quick. And then we'll get back to college football, but I just want to get those up. So, 1 second. Oh, man, we got a lot of slides. All right. TJ is on the Florida Panthers in the NHL, -1.5 on the puck line, -105. Big Tony is on Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 1+ walk at +140. I'm on over 7.5 in both of those games. Also on Vladimir Guerrero over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, as well as Randy Arozarena over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs as well. Also had shots parlay here in the NHL from TJ. Thank you, sir. And I'm going to take a shot, little fun parlay. I'm going to move the totals in both baseball games today to over 8.5 and get it at +366. Okay. So if you're watching later in the week and you just saw that, those are baseball plays from Tuesday. So there we go. All right. Let's get back to college football here. Where were we? Okay. Arkansas, Tennessee. Here we go. So Tennessee, like we talked about earlier, went to Arkansas and lost last year. The top 10 team in the country, Tennessee was. It was a big deal internally. It started the whole Nico thing. Like it was a mess. It started a big deal. Now they handled it nicely. They rebounded, went to the college football playoff. They're fine. What I'm getting at though is that Arkansas just fired their head coach, Sam Pittman, a week and a half ago. Bobby Petrino is the head coach. Good guy you can trust. And Josh Heupel, I can guarantee, is very, very focused on this game. But you might be saying, well, AB, why are we only playing Tennessee on the money line? We're not playing a spread. We're not playing, points or anything like that, like we normally do. Josh Heupel zigs when people think he's going to zag. Tennessee's a 12.5-point favorite, a total of 68.5. Now, there's going to be points in this game because Tennessee's going to score. Tennessee's defense can give up points too. They got a lot of work to do. But It would not be good for the team to not play well against Arkansas after all kinds of messes it started last year. Now, different players, different quarterback. Again, though, I can just assure you, wasn't there at practice this week, but I've been there multiple times for practice, and Josh Heupel commands what Josh Heupel wants. It is very clear who's in charge. Very clear. There's one person in charge. That is it. So Tennessee's going to be focused, but I would be careful with points because, like I said, Heupel zigs when people think he's going to zag. Tennessee, one of the highest scoring teams in the country. But this is a game where Heupel uses defense. Well, he'll try to as much as he can, right? Like, he's going to use the beef up front. He's going to rush the quarterback. He's going to stop the run. Heupel's going to try to messy this game up on their side a lot. And I think that he'll have some success. Not fully. Arkansas is going to score points. I assure you of that. Tennessee's defense has issues. But Tennessee's got 3 starting running backs and uses 4. They're going to run the ball a lot. And Arkansas will too, because Arkansas will want to keep the ball away from Tennessee. Petrino ain't dumb. He's an offensive guy. He knows. He don't want to get in a 60 to 55 shootout. He ain't getting in that game, especially in Knoxville. Neyland is going to be a madhouse. Be a fun atmosphere, man. So there you go. Yeah, we got Tennessee in a moneyline parlay. Florida, Texas A&M. We got Texas A&M in a moneyline parlay. Florida cut off big win over Texas, but going on the road. Number 5, Texas A&M. Texas A&M is 5-0, 2-0 in the SEC. Texas A&M, good football team. Look at the spread. What do you think that it is? -7.5. You see what I'm saying? Book's doing it. Total of 46.5. Okay. In theory, in general, I like shading to the under more than the over. However, 46.5 is pretty low. Even in a standard game, 27-21 gets the over. So in my head, you go into that, Florida's on the road, coming off a big win, might be a little, might take a minute to get that machine back going again. And Texas A&M would love nothing more than to play a 10-3 game because they can control that game, But 46.5, man, like I say all that saying I really like the under, but you have so little room for error with that under, What do you see out of this game? Drop it in the chat. Whether you like Florida, whether you like A&M, whether you like a prop, over under. Yeah, this is one of those games where you could bet the over of 46.5, like just messing around. And you look up and it's like, you have no idea how it hit, but it did. You know those games where it's like mid-third quarter, you're watching like 5 different games, and that's one of them. And you see it's like mid-third quarter, and it's 17-10, and it doesn't look like that we're about to punch one in. And then you look up and it's, it ended 30-23. Like it feels like that. In 46.5 is such a low total, man. Now, Texas A&M has won a hell of a defense, dude. Texas A&M is legit. And Florida just beat Texas, right? But if you're going to play the under, which, again, I feel, be careful. This is one of the – normally, there are a lot more pass to the under than over in any game. But this one, it scares me that it could be the opposite. So just be careful there. We're on Texas A&M on the money line, though. And we'll go over the college football picks here in just a minute. finish this up. Kansas at Texas Tech Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Central. Texas Tech ranked 9th in the country. They're 5-0, 2-0 in the Big 12. Kansas 4-2, 2-1 in the Big 12. Texas Tech 13.5 point favorite. So there you go. Finally get one on the other side, right? Key number of 14. It's been a bunch of 14 and a halves. Finally get one 13 and a half. So, yeah, you got the number there. If you're feeling Texas Tech, total of 60 and a half. I don't hate the over, honestly. I think Kansas is just going to come out and say, we're going to throw everything we have offensively and just try to just overpower. Maybe it'll work. Texas Tech going to have to score. I like the over 16.5, honestly. I don't have a play on it, but I kind of dig the over there. All right, Georgia and Auburn. Oldest rivalry in the South right here. They've been playing this game since, 1890? Pat, thank you to all of the crew. Hey, man, appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you big time. Piece of dust fell. I thought the roof was leaking. I was about to have PTSD. Oh, my God. You ever had a roof collapse on you? Not fun. All right. Yeah, that could be it. I was going to make an analogy. All right, Georgia and Auburn. Yeah, Georgia 10th ranked in the country, 4-1, 2-1 in the SEC. Auburn 3-2, 0-2 in the SEC. Georgia is a 3.5 point favorite on the road, but if you're looking at it saying, wow, that kind of small. This is the old, this is a rivalry. Yeah. If you don't live around like the South and you just haven't seen Georgia and Auburn, it's weird. Georgia and Auburn's not one of the more discussed, big time rivalries, but it's actually the oldest. Like Georgia and Auburn absolutely despise each other. Kirk, looks like the Tigers game starting in 30 minutes. Nice. All right, there we go. That's not too bad. That's exactly what we wanted, man, out of that weather. That was a good call. I'm glad that they held it off a bit. Let's just get a full game. I don't want to postpone. I don't want to, pause anything. Nice. Kirk, keep me updated on that, man, or keep us updated. Pat, my picks for this afternoon: Panthers moneyline parlay with the over 5.5 goals. Also preseason NBA basketball moneyline Cavaliers versus Bulls. Thank you, Pat. You beautiful son of a gun. Jeff said, thanks, weather. Yeah. Big Bibbo, smash the like after run. Best of luck today, DTL. Bibbo, thank you, buddy, and good to see you, man. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah, Georgia and Auburn. Look, man, we're on Georgia on the money line here, but look at the books. 3.5. I know Georgia's on the road, but the books know it's going to be a fight. 46.5. God, that's a low total. I dig the over. Georgia and Auburn usually let it rip. Like, it is usually one of the most fun games of the year. I always look forward to Georgia and Auburn. And again, they hate each other. Oh, yeah. We're on Georgia, the money line here. The risk would be that Georgia could run away with this thing and keep going because they will. Because Kirby Smart, guess what? Played at Georgia as well as coaching him. He knows this game. It means something to him personally. He's been involved in this game for 30-something years. He's been involved in this game 3 times more than his kids' lives. And he's there every day with them. It means something. And I don't know if Auburn has the horses in this one. It feels like a bad matchup. Now, we're on Georgia on the money line in a 2-leg parlay, so let that be what it is. If I were going to bet Georgia, I'm not taking 3.5. Again. Notice the books. I'm not doing it. I'll take it at 3. I'll absolutely take it at 2.5. I can't let Georgia -3 pass by. I got to take Georgia, get it down to 3. Yeah, bingo. Jeff, good call. Right? And it could be one of those two where, look, we say all that, and I'm not saying it happens. I'm just saying we say all that, and Georgia wins by 11, whatever, right? And you're thinking, well, I didn't need to do that. No, trust me. Like, playing the margins, and especially in Jeff, I'm not saying this to you. You're talking about, like, if anybody's brand new, or, just a brush up, right? Like, playing those key numbers, just generally working them in your favor, it's kind of like staying on top of oil changes and everything with your car. Things just tend to work out better. When you're on top of things and you work the little margins in your way as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you might not need it, but there will be a time that you do. So, again, not saying to do that every time, but I am saying that in a rivalry game, 6:30 ABC, Auburn Hair, that place is going to be on fire. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're going to play Georgia, work that number down. Jared, we are clear on rain the rest of the night, AB. The last bit just passed on the radar. Jared, my boy, thank you. Thank you, Kirk. All you guys with the weather updates. Absolutely love it, man. Appreciate you guys on that one. I cannot wait for a great game. Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. All right. Michigan and USC, and I'll hurry this up. I know that we've been going for a while. 50th ranked Michigan on the road. USC's 4-1, 2-1 the Big Ten, same as Michigan. USC 2.5-point favorite, total of 57.5. That's a big total. Now USC can score, and not that Michigan cannot. Michigan is an excellent football team, but Michigan's defense can go boa constrictor, and even if it's going up against a team like USC, who I don't know if anybody's defense is going to just shut USC down, right? Especially at home. But Michigan is a time of possession team, and they do that for a reason. It pairs and couples nicely with a really good defense. So Kirk saying, I like the under in the USC game. I actually kind of agree. I could go either way on the money line. I could gladly take Michigan on the money line here. I could gladly take USC on the money line. You know what I mean? Don't know which one I would want, but if we were playing a game where me and Kirk had to take one or the other, and the other one had the other one, like, I would feel fine either way. Not fine, but you know what I mean? Like, I would feel okay going into battle. Problem is, though, sorry, I'm fighting the hiccups. They're stronger than the bots. Yeah, the problem is that USC could run away with this game a little bit. Again, I'm not saying that they do. But that would put Michigan in a weird spot. That being said, I just like the under. Yeah, Kirk, can't see this game 30-30. Agreed. Because USC is good too. Like, Michigan is going to have their issues against USC's defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Tizzle, go Chargers. 2 weeks to prepare. Offense can play with anyone. Does Michigan have enough offense to keep up? Don't think so. Like, it's funny. Like, I did not read your comment and had literally just said out loud pretty much the same thing. I agree. And that's why I like the under, because I think that Michigan probably looks at it the same way in the sense of, okay, what would be the biggest struggle scenario for us, and what would be the best case scenario, right? And I don't think that Michigan is looking to get in a shootout with anyone. Now, not that they're afraid of anyone, again, but that's not what they want to do. So we probably see a reduction in points from both teams. but it's not going to be an elimination of it either. USC is going to score. And you want to talk about a rivalry? It's Michigan and SC. Oh, dude. These boys played in some Rose Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I dig the under. I really do. Jared, Justice Haynes, 100 plus rushing yards anytime TD. Boom. There you go. I wish I had college props in Tennessee. Michael, I'm battling applesauce brain. I feel you, buddy. It's tough. It sets in quick. Oh, man. Jeff, I accidentally hit a guy that tried to scare the hiccups out of me once. Did not mean to. Reflex. Yeah, I'd probably take a swing too if somebody just was coming, just cutting at me. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's Tuesday. If you're watching this later in the week, I don't have a play on Michigan or SC. Two great fight songs as well. Jesus, two great uniforms. Like, let me say, I love in rivalry games when teams wear colors on colors, right? SC, UCLA. UCLA's in the blue. SC doing their thing. Yeah, SC has great uniforms. And so does Michigan. I would well, you got the maize, so you probably couldn't do color on color, but these are two great uniforms, man. Just two great programs. It just does not get more classic than Michigan and USC. Kirk, 5:09 Tiger start time just updated. Thank you, my friend. Kirk, you are the man. Yeah. So we got time on this game, but yeah, right as of right now, I'd lean to the under. We'll see. South Carolina, LSU. LSU, 11th ranked in the country, 4-1, 1-1 in the SEC. That loss coming to Ole Miss. South Carolina, 3-2, 1-2. In the SEC. LSU, 9.5 point favorite, total of 44.5. So 9.5, you're getting that below 10. So there you go. All right. Books working with you on this one. Justin, 9.99. Super sticker, my man. War Eagle and Tigers out. Let's go. Dude, Auburn, Georgia. I love that game every year, man. Yeah, thank you, by the way, obviously. Tremendous, man. Thank you. Yeah, Georgia Auburn is awesome. All right, so hey, Addison said still alive. Yes, sir. So, all right, LSU, we've got LSU in a money line parlay. 9.5, total of 44.5. LSU is going to try to win this with their defense. Now, they're going to score points because Brian Kelly has got to quit being so damn conservative. Brian Kelly's a good football coach. And LSU is LSU. Denor Sellers for South Carolina is an absolute freak. And I mean that the most positive I can. That dude's a stud. But I don't know if South Carolina's got the full complement of horses that LSU does. So that's why I'm not playing the spread, but I am going to play it on a money line parlay. 44.5. I mean, again, this is another total where, dude, you just don't have much margin for error. 24-21 loses the under for you. You see what I'm saying? So what I do when I start calculating these things is to say, all right, how many touchdowns do I think going to be in a game? 5. So if it were just 5 touchdowns and extra points, no field goals, it's 35 points. I mean, that's 3 touchdowns and 2 touchdowns, right? So, I mean, you just be careful. That is a low total. Low total. But LSU needs this win. I assure you of that Brian Kelly knows you can't screw around. You have got to win this game. You cannot let this thing get out of hand. And I think that they do. All right. Finally, 2 last ones. BYU, Arizona. BYU 18th in the country, 5-0, 2-0 in the Big 12. Arizona 4-1, 1-1 in the Big 12. It's going to be a great game. I mean, look at the respect there. BYU -1.5. It's going to be a game, man. 48.5 here. If anybody's a BYU or Arizona like expert, feel free to drop in. You know, it feels like to me the over 48.5. It also feels like Arizona +1.5. I think this could be a weird spot for BYU. I kind of dig Arizona here. Now, I didn't bet it, so let me temper my yeah. I kind of dig Arizona, but I think I dig that over. I think I dig that over too. Just say smoking Cougar too, right? Yeah, smoking on that pack. Look, I think there's going to be points. What if that was the whole analysis? BYU Arizona points. No, man. I think that Arizona is going to look to blow this thing up. And I mean that by just lighting up the scoreboard, right? Let the dust settle. Justin, sorry, B. Turned the chat into a degenerate convo. Bro, let me say this. If Randall Mims is in the chat, I do the same thing to our text chain. Do not concern thyself, sir. That behavior is accepted and welcomed. All right, so I've got a feeling Arizona here, man. Like +1.5. I'm kind of digging it, but I think I dig the over more. But again, we've got time on this. Let me know. Arizona State, Utah, final one. 10:15 p.m. Eastern, 9:15 p.m. Central, ESPN. Arizona, 21st in the country, 4-1, 2-0 in the Big 12. Utah, 4-1, 1-1 in the Big 12. Utah, 5.5-point favorite. Total of 48.5. Again, if anybody is an Arizona State or Utah aficionado, let me know. Tizzle, boom. See, dude, you didn't have to say it. Over. Pat, over. Said enough for me. You guys know him. Add it in. I'm down. Over 48.5. Let's go. Let's go. You know what? I'm not going to provide any better analysis than people who know these teams better than me. Let's go. All right, let me get the picks back up here, and then we'll bounce out. Okay. College football week 7. Florida State money line, Georgia money line +100, Texas A&M money line, UNLV money line +100, Tennessee money line, Liberty money line +120, LSU money line, Iowa State money line +110, and then 2 totals: Alabama, Missouri over 51.5, and then Ohio State and Illinois under 50.5. Beautiful. All right. I've kept you for an hour and a half, so I will let you get back to your lives. But guess what? We'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for the Crew exclusive. So come on. Come on back. We're going to be able to watch baseball doing it too. And that's the best part too. We sacrifice the baseball game starting late, and now we're going to get perfect time for both. So we'll see you tonight. If you're not part of the Crew, come join it. $5 a month. Look, I'll make you the 5. All right? We'll get it going. And trust me, when I say I mean we, because this entire Crew gets down on the pick. So come join us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. Baseball's about to start. Y'all the best. See you tonight. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? No!